Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Chef Mick. This is Cooking for the Boys. You see the western hat? You know we're going southwest, but we're doing something a little different. Little shout out to one of my boys, turned vegetarian, vegan, whichever term he likes. I'm not sure. I think he's trying to go vegan. We're going completely vegan on our chili. This is a very simple chili. It's a vegetarian, vegan chili. No animals were harmed in the making of this chili, I promise you. Alright, first thing we got to know is that chili is a stew. Okay? It is a stew which usually involves meat. So when you go vegetarian, you need some kind of strong vegetable that's going to hold up a lot. We're going to go golden potato. You see the very light skin on it? Okay? Don't even peel the skin. Do this. Don't use one of those Idaho potatoes with the thick husk on it. If you want to go red potato, got no problem with it. Don't peel those skins either. We need to cut them up. We need to cut them up nice and small. That's what I was doing here. Okay? A couple of slices this way. A couple of slices this way. And just dice, baby. You know what I'm saying? Dice, baby. There you go. Look at this. Alright, normally you guys know this about me. Normally I'm a chunky chef. But we want to do something a little thinner, a little smaller this time because we want it to cook a little faster and we want to give a little more, well, lack for a better term, a little more meat to our chili. This is our meat today. So, what do we do? First we get a fire going. There we go. Fire. Ooh. Okay. After we get a fire going, we need to throw something in there to saute this stuff. We're going to use a canola oil. Canola oil. There we go. A little bit in here. There's not a lot there. That's fine. And we're going to start off by just sauteing our vegetables. This is our vegetable. We're just going to saute our potatoes for just a little bit. Dump it in there. It looks like a lot, but that's okay. In fact, this was about 5 of those little suckers. So if you want to use less, that's fine. Don't forget salt and pepper. That's right, salt and pepper. Just throw it in there. It's heating up, it's cooking. We're going to saute it for a couple of minutes. Let's get something to push it around with. Let's get it making the chili. What you need to remember is chili means hot. Okay? We need heat. In this case, we're using red onions. Red onions. You can use yellow onions, you can use white onions. I'm using red onions. It's a little sweeter taste, but still just as hot. Very nice. Throw it in there. Go ahead and throw it in there while these things are sauteing. Let's get it all soft and moist together. We like it this way. Oh my goodness, I promise you this already. If this were all you were going to do, if all you're going to do was fry up some potatoes and some onions, you wouldn't lose anyway. This is good stuff already. We got it going. It's looking good. Now, a lot of people will use chili powder. Simple red chili powder, that's not a problem. If you want to add some extra heat, use the crushed red pepper like you would on spaghetti or any of your Italian dishes. When I'm using meat, and if you were using meat, you would do the same thing. You would grab your turkey, your ground beef, whatever you're going to use, and you would saute it. And you would saute it with your onions or your bell peppers, whatever else you're going to throw in there. So this isn't any different from a regular chili recipe. We got it going. You can smell it. Oh, it smells great. If I were using meat, I would be using this. This is ground comino. This is cumin, ground cumin, okay? I'm using this. I want the same chili taste. I'm going to use this ground cumin, okay? Just throw it in there. Now, because the meat, you don't have meat in here, you don't want to use as much as you would if you did. All we want is just to add the flavoring to it. Don't forget to move this around. Those potatoes stick to the bottom, just like meat does. Those potatoes are stick to the bottom. Move them around. Okay, we've already got salt and pepper. We've already got cumin in here. Okay, all we're doing is softening up those potatoes. Now, You already have onion. Not a problem using garlic. This is already pre-minced garlic. Just throw some garlic in there. That was a lot of garlic, but you can never have too much garlic. I promise you that. So, I do not currently have a vegetable stock. If you had a vegetable stock or a vegetable bouillon, then use that. You can. Go ahead and, use some of that to throw some liquid in here. I'm going to use tomatoes, okay? If you have tomato paste, that's fine. If you have tomato sauce, just as well. Throw some tomato sauce. Let's put it inside a bowl right here. This is our little mixing bowl. Obviously, we're not just going to use this. We're going to add a little bit of water to it. We're going to walk over here. I'm adding water. Okay, now, this is just tomato sauce and water. This is nothing else. Tomato sauce and water. Okay, when you think you've had this, when you think it's sauteed enough, when you think it's all mixed in really well, and this is pretty good. The potatoes have to get a lot, softer than this, but we're not cooking this till the potatoes are super soft. We're going to still add liquid to it, and then the potatoes will get softer with the liquid. And then it's time to add this. Okay? Now remember, this is just tomato sauce. It did not come with salt and pepper. It did not come flavored of any kind. It's just basic tomato sauce. Even if you get the no salt added, that's fine. You guys are worried about other things. I got a little at the bottom. Let's just throw some more water. Let's throw it in there. Now, all this is fine and dandy. This is great. Here we go. Okay? Now, let me see if I can show you this. Okay? This is what it looks like. It's got some liquid. The liquid's going to boil down a little bit. It's going to get drawn into the potato. The potato is going to get softer. But it's not a chili yet. All it is liquid in that. Now, let's throw some chili powder in there. That's going to help it. That's going to help it a lot. There we go. The amount is up to you. How spicy do you want it? That's up to you. Okay? So we're going to do this. To me, a chili is not a chili unless you have actual whole tomatoes in there. So I got this can. This is whole peel tomatoes. Whole peel tomatoes. You're going to throw it in. You're going to throw it in, juice and all. If you want, you can cut up the potatoes while they're in here. That's not a problem. And then just mix them around a little bit and let them cook in there also. So this is wonderful. Now this, when it starts thickening up a little bit, it's going to really be a good tasting chili. But it may not be spicy enough for you. So let's add something else. This is an Anaheim green chili. Make them, well, we learned how to use them out in New Mexico, where they grow them out there. So let's cut it open. Let's get rid of these seeds that are on the inside. Let's get rid of them. There you go. And then how you slice it is up to you guys. How you slice it is up to you, and how much you want to use. This, if you bite into it now, it'll give you a little heat. When you put it into, when you add heat to it, as in cooking it or putting it on an open fire, then it really kicks up the heat intensity. And you have to know that, because if you put too much in, while it's sitting in here, that heat intensity is really, really going to jump up on you. You dump them in there. We've added protein, which is beans. We have all the veggies and all the spices that we're going to need. This, my friends, this is going to be a great vegetarian chili. You're going to enjoy it. Remember, if you know how to cook, you can marry for looks. Vegan, vegetarian, vegan chili. Chef Mick, look me.